let's do some things that are not pertaining to the main story and actually make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, we're going over to Nibelheim to fill in some blanks, actually. This is very easily missable, story-crucial information here. Entirely optional, completely necessary. But whatever.
Let's open the chest and fight the big thing. The
we already did
amalgamation
that.
of body parts.
We already did that. We already did that, Joey.
The amalgamation of colors.
Joey, we already did that.
I know, but we can do it again.
Nah.
We believe hard enough.
Fine. Let's get down these stairs. Can't wait to see what attacks me and how fast I can kill it.
Bats. Evil science bats.
Kingdom Hearts 1 does a good job where like it just raises the battle level on every single location when you get to the end of the game. So like pretty much for at least for a little while, every location is plausible for grinding and every location is challenging, which is very nice.
Hey, look at this redead.
This is the yin yang thing like that I kept like I thought we were gonna fight but we didn't fight.
Oh, is it? So
yeah.
This is like a mid boss.
I don't think it's a mid boss. I guess it's just an enemy you can encounter. But I was once upon a time. Yeah, I think he had some kind of item on that absorbs
what was
ice.
that? Is he dead?
Yeah, this won't be a problem anymore because we're too powerful for it.
Just it's like super cool for something that doesn't matter. Like, can we not get anything from him? Like,
I don't think so. It doesn't really matter that much. Like this other head is magic oriented, I think. So I could shoot some magic at him really fast, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he's already dead, so it doesn't matter.
Like, so can you fight him again? Like, is he unique? Or
I don't think he's unique. I was under the impression that he was unique originally, but I was wrong. So whatever. All right.
I mean, he did seem tougher than the standard enemies around here.
Here we go.
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh!
So this is post the Nibelheim incident.
Who's in the other? Was that Zack in the other one?
That's Zack in the other one, yeah. Zack and Cloud in the other one there. You remember earlier, a lot earlier in the game, we investigated this room, and there was writing scratched on the inside that said, like, feeding time, that's our chance to escape.
Right. Wait, why would they write that, though?
To communicate with each other, because they're in different things.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't make sense, because, yeah, it'll get read by somebody else, unless they do it the next day, but whatever. Zack busted out and beat the guy up, because Zack is a soldier first class and actually a cool guy.
Right.
So basically, like, they were stuck in vats of just pure Mako for a couple of years.
Right.
And had Genova cells inserted into them and stuff. So the reason why Cloud, you were saying, like, you know, does he have a reason for being super strong and stuff? He does, is that he was stuck in one of those things, right? But Zack already was a soldier first class, had been injected with that kind of stuff, so he had some amount of resistance to it. Cloud was just stuck in it for years. Jeez. So he suffered severe Mako poisoning. So that time, you know, when we found him at Midale was actually the second time he'd been through something like that.
Jeez.
So he suffered severe Mako poisoning. He was in like a pseudo coma. It's like, you know, you saw he was moving a little bit, but like not much.
Yeah, yeah.
It smells a little though. Don't complain. You look pretty good with that. Well, so he slapped him in another soldier first class uniform instead of his you know, other stuff that he had on.
Yeah.
Yo, old guy, we at Midgar yet? Shut up. You're lucky I even gave you a ride.
I am glad we are getting some backstory with Zack, because I was like, you know, he seems like really important for us to know nothing about.
What are you gonna do once we get to Midgar? Cloud isn't really in a condition to respond.
Right, yeah, he's doing that same thing he was doing in the wheelchair.
Yeah, because he's overexposed to Mako and also had Genova cells inserted into him.
Yeah, so he's not doing so hot.
Yeah, which is why like Hojo, it's unclear why he said what he said about Cloud. It's like either his memory is faulty or he was just lying. Right. But basically, like, the Shinra cleanup crew shows up after Sephiroth burns the entire town down and is like, these two survived, and Hojo was like, no, they survived the fight with Sephiroth. I need to do some research.
Yeah.
And so he drags them and puts them in his creepy science basement.
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna do. I got a place I can crash for a while. No, wait, the mother lives there too. Guess that's out. Yeah, I gotta change my plans. No matter what I do, I need some money first. Hey, wanna start a business? But what could we do?
Beat people up.
Hey, Cloud. Think there's anything I'd be good at?
Beating people
Hey,
up.
old guy, what do you think I'd be good at? What are you yapping at? You're still young, ain't you? Young folks should try everything. You gotta pay your dues while you're young. Go out and look for what you really want. Try everything. That's easy for him to say.
Hey,
Yeah, he's doing his squats. These guys are also, like, effectively wanted fugitives at this point.
Yeah.
Because, like, they are witnesses to Sephiroth murdering an entire town, for one thing.
Yeah.
They also, like, technically kind of ruined the reactor at Nibelheim, which is, you know, a violation of their contract, probably.
Yeah.
Hey! And also, they are now the living representations of the really inhumane experiments that Hojo's doing, so they don't want these guys escaping. Of course, I got brains and skill that other guys don't. That settles it. I'm gonna become a mercenary. Yeah, thanks, Pops. What? Didn't you even hear a word I said? Listen, I'm gonna become a mercenary, and that's that. Boring stuff, dangerous stuff, anything for money. I'm gonna be rich. So, Cloud, what are you gonna do? No, wait, you got it all wrong. Just kidding. I won't leave you hanging like that. We're friends, right? Mercenaries, Cloud. That's what you and me are gonna be. Understand, Cloud?
He's being really nice to this vegetable at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did they really have, like, were they actually friends?
Yes,
or,
they were.
Okay.
Cloud was like, I'm, you know, a normal dude, and I really want to be in Soldier, and I really look up to you, Zack Senpai.
Yeah,
That's the relationship.
There were gunshots. There were more gunshots. The gunshots have ceased.
Yeah, I handled the situation, Cloud. Oh.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but it just kind of looked funny.
What do you want to do with him? Forget it, just leave him.
He's first class. How was he taken out by some schmucks?
They got the best of him. I don't know, man. He kind of goes out like a scrub. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is.
He goes out like a little bit of a scrub here.
And so that woke him up from his little coma.
And that's Midgar. Yeah, kind of shocked him out of it, if you will.
Right. Right.
But remember when Tifa found Cloud in Midgar, which is right there, obviously. He was kind of still.
Yeah.
And then she started talking to him.
And they started, like, kind of remembering.
The personality that he has here, and he's like, you know, Soldier First Class. Basically, he, like, simultaneously to get over the guilt of Zack dying and also to hide his own shame from Tifa, he basically invented a new personality for himself on the spot based off of Zack. That's kind of what all that is in that entire scenario. So
that can be excused considering the immense trauma he is under.
Yeah, so he legitimately believed that he was Soldier First Class. Obviously, yeah. Let's say I scratched my fingernail inside the beaker. Let's get out of here. And then yeah. Feeding time, that's our chance. So if we run... You'll remember these because we read them at the very beginning of the game. Or not the very beginning, but when we came into the mansion the second time. Like, you know,
okay, yeah, I remember I was confused as to what all these were about.
Yeah, it's right here.
Because they didn't sound like they would...
Oh, hold on, no, that's number 2. Oops. Didn't want number 2. Wanted number 1. Stop it. Stop that, Cloud.
Stop. Don't do that, Cloud.
Cut it out. There we go. Escape point number 1. X month, X day. 2 escapees were located near Midgar. Description of the times of capture. A. Former member soldier, number blank. No effect could be determined from either Mako radiation therapy or Genova inside him. Regular number blank. Reaction to Genova detected. Concerning their disposal, A. Shot for resisting. B. Escaped during A's resistance. So somebody didn't file their paperwork.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody. Well, I mean, obviously, like you don't want to be like, yeah, I just kind of let him live.
Let's see. Let's see. Other. B's whereabouts currently unknown, but we submit that there is no need to pursue him due to his diminishing consciousness awaiting further instructions.
Well, maybe they should have.
So if you, out there, dear viewer, are interested in learning a bit more about Zack and his relationship with Cloud and many other things, there's a game on the PSP called Crisis Core. Zack is the protagonist. It is a prequel game to this. You play as Zack. It's his story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then that really sucks that he went out like a scrub. Like, if you played that.
All I'm gonna say is there are a few retcons. The ending is certainly different. He dies.
Yeah.
It's kind of necessary to the story.
Yeah.
The way he dies is a bit different.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Less scrubbish?
I debated showing it to you for this video, honestly, and like kind of us watching it together, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. If right now, at least. I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to do that.
Yeah, that's super easily missable.
Exactly. Like, you have to go back there, investigate the mansion, and find that. And also, I don't know. I mean, I assume that the game tells you, but maybe it doesn't. Remember how he commented on, no, I can't go back there, the mom lives with her?
Yeah.
Very beginning of the game, you may recall, Aerith said, this reminds me of my first boyfriend. He was Soldier First Class as well.
Oh. Oh, dang.
I wonder why Cloud was so interested in Aerith.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, this guy again. So Cloud went and got Aerith's, Zack's girlfriend after he was dead. Which is also, like, it's interesting where you see in this game, they kind of leave open for interpretation whether he likes Aerith or Tifa.
Yeah.
And it's very much, like, open to player, decision when you're in conversations as well.
Right.
And on the game, at least at the time of its release, like, the thoughts on all the relationship stuff has kind of changed as we've gotten more distance from the game, but, earlier, closer to the game's release, Nomura said something like, we want the player to decide who Cloud likes. But it's very obvious that when he was younger, Cloud was into Tifa. Tifa didn't know he existed. Then Cloud left, and Tifa developed a crush on him in his absence.
Yeah.
Kind of inflated the memory of their relationship, honestly. And then afterwards, Cloud number 1 goes through an entire personality switch, which may affect his interest in Aerith. And he can still be interested in Tifa if you're so inclined, But that's like that's kind of the thing where it's like he might not necessarily be interested in Tifa anymore, partly because of a huge personality shift, and partly just because of his I don't know where I was going with that. Just,
I know what you're saying.
His experiences, it's different now. So yeah, he was in that tube for the 5 years between the incident and the beginning of this game. I needed to go one other place. What was I gonna do before we end this episode? Oh yeah, I remember now.
I'm glad you do.
You know what? I'll do this first, and then if there's time left over, maybe we'll still watch the ending. We'll watch the ending of Crisis Core and react to that, perhaps.
Maybe.
So we should be able to go back here and wrap up the very last of Vincent's backstory. Even though we honestly got, we pretty much pieced it together. He feels guilty for letting Lucrezia. For number 1, he was in love with Lucrezia, and he let her get it on with someone else and give birth to Sephiroth. The guy who is now doing all of this.
He feels bad because he just sat there and didn't do anything. He didn't kill her husband.
I have Vincent in the party. There we go. Okay. Lucrezia received death penalty. Received chaos.
What?
She has turned to crystal. You can't really see it here. She has crystallized. After we told her that, Sephiroth is dead, she was, at peace, and she kind of, went away. It's really not clearly explained.
So what did it give us? Did it give us his, ultimate...
Death penalty is his ultimate weapon, and chaos is his ultimate limit break.
Wow. Death penalty. Now, that's a cool one.
Zaboop. Alright. You know what? You know what we're gonna do,
Joey?
What are
we gonna do?
We are actually gonna watch the ending of Crisis Core, because you know what? It's on one hand, it's better to kind of watch, after finishing Crisis Core, but you don't own a PSP, so you're never gonna play it.
Yeah, no, I never will.
Unless you wind up, man, I really love Final Fantasy VII. I'll watch a playthrough online.
I do have a PSP, but it is busted.
Well, anyway, I think we'll go ahead and watch that, and I'll include, assuming YouTube doesn't stop me, I'll include it in this video.
Okay.
So this is after a lengthy period of them being on the run after Nibelheim. There's still a chunk of game, like a huge chunk of game after that. Specific story to Crisis Core. But anyway.
There's no way we're gonna find 2 needles in a haystack this size.
There's no mission that's impossible for the
Turks, yeah.
He looks
Also-
frustrated.
Yeah.
Sung apparently has something to give him.
Who? That target? So we're couriers now. Delivering packages to fugitives, huh?
He looks like The Rock.
A little bit, yeah.
Reno, Root, status.
We got nothing.
You?
I'm just kidding. You know I wouldn't do that to you.
This is a lot more
We're
depressing
friends,
with better graphics.
right?
Yeah. So that's how realistic Cloud hair looks for you see him in Kingdom Hearts 1 was kind of like a more direct representation of how his hair looks in the original game.
Yeah.
And then since then they redesigned his hair to be a little bit more downplayed, kind of realistic compared to
I would hope
his
I would
model.
hope it would be that way.
Oh no, the guy who shot him in the original version of the game, plus a few more. So the Turks want to bring him in because Song is friends with Zack. The military is like, no,
boy.
we're gonna just kill him.
The price of freedom is steep.
So they kind of justified his end this time. Like they made it up, like from before. Since
Well, because you spend a whole game with him as the protagonist, and
Exactly.
it's an RPG, so by the end of it, he has to be a badass, right? Because if only by virtue of he's leveled up.
Embrace your dreams. And whatever happens, protect your honor. As soldier! Come and get it!
So then,
you actually play?
initiates an unwinnable battle.
That's so cool.
Modulating phase.
One of the things in this game is that you have like this this roulette machine, and it's based upon characters you met. Basically, gives you certain powers and stuff like that, and basically throughout this final battle, it keeps doing each of the characters, and it busts, it breaks, and the clips stuck because it always plays a little clip from each of the characters, and it stops working after a little while.
Right.
Susne that's the redhead. She's a female Turk who's from this game. A pseudo love interest. It's primarily Aerith, obviously. Since I already told you that she's the girlfriend.
Yeah. How can those guys be so calm? Like, he just massacred.
Yeah, a
hundreds
lot
people.
of them. A lot of them. Exactly, they would not be walking up casually. You guys ever heard of a sniper? I feel like that would serve you well in this scenario.
Yeah, I think it would.
He's down to 1 HP, but it's obviously it's not taking damage.
Yeah.
It's just waiting for the slot machine thing. All the faces have vanished from it except for Aerith at this point.
Modulating phase.
Hello? Don't worry, that's right. Want to hear? But work stuff? Not scary at all. Will I see you again? I'll be here.
Oh yeah, she speaks to the planet, so she knows.
Yeah, she knows. She has the knowledge.
I mean, I guess she does. Well, I don't know. I don't know if at this point she really knows how to, but it's just kind of an
Well, no, she did. Because
thing.
remember, like she knew when
yeah,
her
yeah.
mom's wife, her mom's husband had passed away. You also got to remember that, like, while most players of the game knew this was going to happen, this is after like a 20, 30-hour RPG with him as your main character.
Yeah.
There's no bodies left, just the armor.
No, he took him out. It was fine.
Zack.
For the both of us.
Both of us.
That's right. You're gonna live. You'll be my living legacy.
So this is a big thing in this game, is that the Buster Sword is not actually
dreams.
Zack's. He doesn't start with it in Crisis Core. It belongs to his mentor, a guy named Angeal, who's an original character for Crisis Core. And there's a
They're
big
yours now.
thematic thing for him of secession, of inheriting honor, of inheriting responsibilities and all this kind of stuff. And the game is about him, like, it starts out with him, and he's like a soldier second class in the beginning of the game, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's mostly about him, like, he's very kind of Sora-ish. I want to be a hero, you know. And then it's like, and then he goes through war and other stuff, and he's like, oh, this is serious. And he winds up inheriting the Buster Sword partway through the game. Spoiler alert: something happens to Angeal that is less than favorable. So yeah, like, if it wasn't clear, Cloud is like completely out of it during this sequence still, and that's why, like, all the stuff that, like, Zack was saying to him there, like, really, like, just kind of sticks with him in general.
Yeah.
And this is, like, obviously going to be muted because I'm pretty sure this is a copyrighted track anyway. But this is, you know, we're now seeing he's just kind of not having a good day here.
Yeah.
Cloud's having a real bad day.
Man, Cloud's life sucks.
Cloud's life is
Like,
not good.
bad.
Like, really bad, yeah, honestly.
Because, you know, like, there's a lot of games where you play as a protagonist, you're like, yeah, he's cool. It'd be cool to be like him, but God.
Like, I mean, like
his life is
Final
sucked
Fantasy
from
VII
beginning.
makes you think that he's cool.
Yeah, but, like,
He
it's
lied.
like from the beginning.
He pretended to be cool. He's almost like the player of the game. he adopted the facade of a cooler person.
But I mean, from the beginning, it was like there was the mother issues. Everybody blamed him for
Yeah.
Tifa, and he joined because he's like, I'm going to be a cool guy, but he was a loser.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh. And people are like, man, Cloud is so emo in the movie. Why is he so emo in the movie? Because it takes place after this game, and he remembers people. That's why. The movie is basically, this isn't a spoiler because it's already happened, obviously. The movie is stupid, and the plot of the movie is bad.
So I've heard.
The structure of the movie and storytelling of the film is bad. The good part of it is Cloud's character arc, because the film is about him. Like, look, he's too weak. He can't even lift the Buster Sword. The entire film is about him coming to terms with Zack and Aerith's death, and eventually deciding it wasn't his fault, because he blames himself for both of them dying. Aerith more understandably than this one. But
Yeah.
Like, see, I don't know if actual Final Fantasy VII further specifies. Oh, hold on.
Would you say I became a hero?
And then the post-credits scene of Crisis Core. I don't know if we'll have this in the video. I'm just gonna show it to you anyway.
Space.
The
Final
final
Frontier.
frontier.
Is that just like energy leakage?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's ever been sufficiently explained. It's cool green lighting for the beginning of Final Fantasy VII.
Goblins
Remember?
bar.
Because this is the opening of the game.
Yeah. So now we'll see. We'll get to see for a third time.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
How much time passes? Because
Not
now
much.
he can hold the
Not
sword.
much.
Not much.
This is mostly he mentally
My name is Cloud.
tricks himself into thinking he's Zack. It's like here.
First class.
Yeah, he believes that he's. It's not really much time at all. It's like, maybe a couple days between him stumbling into Midgar, Aerith. Sorry, not Aerith. Tifa finding it to be continued in Final Fantasy VII.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, like 10 years later to be continued in that one. So yeah, that's Zack. He doesn't go out quite as much like a loser when they decide
Yeah,
it's
no.
important for him to not go out like a loser. But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much the extent of that now. And I guess next episode, assuming this actually goes into this episode, we will be returning to our regularly scheduled programming. But it's kind of, I was thinking about putting that. I was considering whether or not I put that in there anyway, because it's just like, it's like it gives you a better perspective on who he was and his character and stuff to some
Right.
extent. And that scene is in there anyway. It's just a better version of that scene. And it gives you more context of like, so why exactly is Cloud the way that he is? Because Zack told him to be that way. Just Cloud kind of misconstrued it and was high at the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, next time we will continue with our regularly scheduled programming. See you all then.